Welcome to Bibliography and Citation Techniques, LIS 207. My name is Ayla Kuguna. I'm your facilitator for this course. Last lesson, we discussed the genesis of bibliography, different types of library resources. For today's lesson, we will discuss annotated bibliography, how to select the sources, summarize the sources, and how to differentiate between annotations and abstract. Are you excited as I am? Oh yes, I know you are. So what are we waiting for? Let's get to class. Welcome back from our last lesson on genesis of bibliography. By the way, how many of us enjoyed the last topic? Yes? Oh, that is good to hear that we all enjoyed the last lesson. I can see some new faces among us. You are welcome. My name is Ayla Kugona. I'm your facilitator for LIS 207, Bibliography and Citation Techniques. Like I said earlier, we will learn the basic in the course, how to cite author or authors that we copied from their work for our assignments. By the way, in our last lesson, who can remind us some of the library resources we discussed? Yes? Good. All you have mentioned are correct. Wow! We already have librarians in the class. We discussed in the last lesson the genesis of bibliography, its meaning and types. Today we are discussing annotated bibliography. Can any of you explain to us the meaning of annotated bibliography? Anyone? It's okay. Do not worry. We are going to learn the meaning and how to use it when we are writing our assignments. At National Open University, we advance knowledge by building on the work of other people. We have academic integrity, which means that we are honest and accurate in creating and communicating all academic products. This lesson is going to focus on how best National Open University can uphold academic integrity through a number of ways discussed below. Acknowledgement of other people's works must be done in a way that does not leave the reader in any doubt as to whose work it is. Briefly in this lesson too, we will introduce us to interesting headings, which includes the meaning of annotated bibliography, the difference between annotated bibliography and abstract, and the objectives of this lesson are to define annotated bibliography, understand its relevance, understand the difference between an annotated bibliography and abstract. What is annotated bibliography? An annotated bibliography could be defined as a list of citations to books, articles, and documents. Each citation is followed by a brief, usually about 150 words, 4 to 6 sentences. The purpose of the annotation is to inform the reader of the relevance, accuracy, and quality of the sources cited. Annotation may include some or all of the following information. It could include the main focus or purpose of the work, intended audience for the work, usefulness or relevance to your research topic, specific features of the work that were unique or useful. Depending on your assignment, an annotated bibliography may be one stage in a larger research project, or it may be an independent project standing on its own. Now, selecting these sources, the quality and usefulness of your bibliography will depend on your selection of sources. You have to define the scope and limits of your research carefully so that you can make good judgments about what to include or what to exclude. But before selecting your sources, you are expected to ask yourself a question. For instance, what problem am I investigating? What questions am I trying to pursue? If your bibliography is a part of a research project, this project will probably be governed by a research question. And if your bibliography is an independent project on a genre, try formulating your topic as a question or a series of questions in order to define your research more. Another question you will ask yourself when selecting the sources is, what kind of material am I looking for? Is it an academic book or a journal article? Or is it government reports or policy statements? Or could it be articles from popular press? You have to ask yourself these questions. You ask yourself, am I finding essential studies on this my topic? You need to read footnotes in useful articles carefully to see what sources they use and why they used those sources. Keep an eye out for studies that are referred to by several of your sources. Summarizing the argument of a source. An annotation briefly restates the main argument of a source. An annotation of academic source, for example, typically identifies its thesis or research question or hypothesis, its major methods of investigation, and its main conclusions. Note, you have to keep in mind that identifying the argument of a source is quite a different task than describing or listing its content. Annotations versus abstract. What's the difference between annotations and abstracts? We could say that abstracts are purely the descriptive summaries often found at the beginning of scholarly journal articles or in periodical indexes. I know most of you must have seen projects written by other students or term papers. Usually at the first page, you have what you call an abstract. It's just a small summary of what the work, your assignment is all about. So that is just descriptive. But an annotated bibliography is a piece of information. It's a piece of formal academic writing and follows the general rules for all academic writing. You will be wondering, what do we mean by general rules? The general rules are rules guiding you, I, all librarians, information professionals in writing an annotation. And they are, you have to arrange in alphabetical order, write in a single paragraph, not usually about 100 or 300 words, depending on the format. You have to write in full sentences using academic writing styles. You use transition words. Example, furthermore, moreover, however, therefore. You have to be concise in the sense you mention only significant details in your summary, not writing everything, just go straight to the point. Use examples from other annotated bibliographies to guide and check your writing style. Do not repeat information. Example, the title that is already in your citation. Do not cross-reference. And what do we mean by cross-reference? It simply means use any in-text references as you are only writing about a single text. In summary, in this lesson, we learned the following: definition of an annotated bibliography, selecting the sources, summarizing the argument of a source, the difference between annotations and abstracts. We also learned the general rules of annotated bibliography. And in next class, we will learn bibliographic citation, under which we have the purpose of bibliography. We also have functions of bibliography. If you have any question or you need more clarification after reading your lesson notes, you can still reach me through my email vilaku@noun.edu.com. And as I earlier introduced myself as your facilitator, my name is Ailaku Ugonna. So till then, is bye for now. Take care.